Today is January 22nd, 2026. There is less than 1 month left before the Chinese New Year. In our tradition, this should be a happy time. People should be buying New Year goods, booking train tickets, and getting ready to go home to see family. Factories should be rushing to finish orders. Bosses should be giving out year-end bonuses. But this year is really different. In the past few days, I have seen a lot of data and real stories. To be honest, my heart feels very heavy. Before, when we said economic slowdown, it sounded like a big, faraway idea. But now, in 2026, this cold winter has truly frozen many people's lives. Can you believe it? In Hangzhou, it feels like Jack Ma's old warning has come true. Some home prices have fallen by as much as 90%. In Shenzhen, once known as the city where you could make big money, some people's monthly pay has dropped to 2,000 yuan. There are even strange cases where people are paying to work. What broke my heart most was a 59-year-old man. When he was asked, "Are you happy?" he did not complain. He was not angry. He calmly said one sentence. In today's video, I will not talk about big theories. We will just open everything up and look closely at what really happened to China's economy at the end of 2025 and the start of 2026. First, we must look at the industry that holds the wealth and future of so many families: real estate. In the past few days, listed real estate companies in China have released their 2025 results. How are they doing? It is truly terrible. As of January 20th, 27 listed real estate companies had announced their earnings forecasts. Guess how many made money? Only one. Yes, 26 out of 27 are losing money. Even the industry leader, Poly Developments, is only barely making a profit. Although its revenue is over 300 billion yuan, its net profit is just a little over 1 billion yuan, down almost 80%. And that is the best case. Others are much worse. China Fortune Land is expected to lose between 16 and 24 billion yuan in 2025. Greenland Holdings may lose about 18.9 billion yuan. Just these 26 companies may have total losses of over 60 billion yuan. Friends, these are not just numbers. Behind them are families whose savings are disappearing. If you bought stocks in these companies, please raise your hand in the comments and tell us if you are okay. Now it is not only the companies losing money. Home prices are falling more than many people imagined. Shanghai's situation is also not good. What is more scary is the future. Goldman Sachs predicts that in the next 2 years, by the end of 2027, China's home prices may fall another 25% to 50%. UBS says that in first-tier cities, the rent-to-price ratio is lower than mortgage interest rates. The bottom of the housing market is still far away. What does this mean? It means if you already own a home, your asset is still losing value. If you do not own one, you do not dare to buy, because who knows if it will be cheaper tomorrow. When real estate falls, jobs fall next. There is only 1 month before New Year. In past years, people hoped for year-end bonuses. This year, people hope they will not be laid off. Here are some real stories that hurt to hear. Ms. Fu in Zhenjiang, Guangdong, worked in new media. Before New Year, her whole department was cut. Everyone was laid off. What hurt her most? Her home. She bought it at the highest price. She has a 700,000 yuan mortgage and 2 children. Now she has no job. Her husband's salary alone cannot cover everything. She is most afraid of missing her mortgage payment. There is also Xiao Zhang, a programmer who worked in Beijing for over 10 years. He got N+1 compensation, equal to more than 10 months of pay. But he is not happy. This money will not last long with a mortgage and children. His company cut 25% of staff. He sends out resumes every day but cannot find a job. Next month, he plans to apply for unemployment benefits. Before, we said age 35 was the red line at work. Now that red line is moving younger. A newly married couple in Chengdu both lost their jobs. The 26-year-old husband was a programmer. His team of 11 people was cut. His wife worked in tourism. She was also laid off. They say job interviews are very rare now. Even at age 26, you can hit a bottleneck. Married women without children are more likely to be cut. 26 years old! That should be the best age to build a career. But now even they are not wanted. Most of these people share the same fear. Fear of missing mortgage payments, fear of losing Social Security, fear of losing medical insurance. Before, we thought if you had a home and a job, you were middle class. Now we see we are only one layoff away from poverty. When we talk about jobs, we must talk about Shenzhen. This city used to be China's economic engine. It was where many young people started their dreams. But now it may be worse than you think. One netizen said today's Shenzhen has more scammers, more unfinished buildings, more people without jobs, fewer weekends off, fewer high salaries. Many factories have no orders. They close early for the holiday or shut down. Before, streets were full of hiring signs. Now they are full of closed shops. One blogger showed a store that closed before the opening flowers were even taken away. Even a bakery in the city center could not pay the rent and had to close. What shocked me most is how extreme the work culture has become. A 30-year-old woman shared her story. She asked how much rice cost in the company store. The manager said 20 yuan per jin. In a supermarket, rice is about 2 yuan per jin. But because she needed the job, she had to buy the company rice and lose money every month. Worse than that, she worked all day, and after 7 p.m. meetings, she had to work until midnight. The team leader said she did not need to stay up late, but she had to finish all tasks before 8 a.m. the next morning. This is not a job. This feels like prison. After she quit, she interviewed at other companies, but was rejected every time. In Shenzhen now, even food delivery and ride-hailing jobs are full. Someone set up a street stall in Shenzhen. In 4 months, they invested 50,000 yuan but earned less than 40,000 yuan. They lost money. Although the legal minimum wage in Shenzhen is 2,520 yuan per month, many say real monthly pay has dropped to about 2,000 yuan. After paying rent, you earn money in Shenzhen and spend it all in Shenzhen. If the middle class is struggling with worry, the working class is fighting to survive. Two videos online were very popular and very painful. A blogger asked migrant workers, "Are you happy?" The first man was 59 years old, working in Jiangsu. When asked if he was happy, he replied, "Happy for what? If I were happy, would I still be working this hard?" The blogger asked if he wanted to change his fate. He said, "I dream of it, but I cannot." Asked if his grandson could change it, he said, "My child cannot even afford a bride price. No wife, no grandson." When asked, "When will you be happy?" he said a shocking sentence. What a hopeless answer. For him, living feels like suffering. In another video, a migrant worker was asked if he was happy. He almost cried. This is the real picture of China in 2026. On one side are empty subway trains and unfinished buildings. On the other side are workers waiting for a few thousand yuan in wages. A netizen said, "All the bright lights look weak in front of a trash picker at 3 a.m. From big internet companies to construction sites, everything is shrinking. Shanghai Construction Group even started a resting post system. If there is no work, you go home. Your salary drops from 8,000 yuan to 1,600 yuan. At Beijing Daxing Airport, there are overnight beds for 20 yuan. What does that show? Fewer people are flying. More people sleep at the airport to save money. We are facing an economic winter like never before. For normal people like us, I have some simple advice. It sounds careful, but it is important. 1. Cash is king. Do not invest carelessly. 2. Hold on to your job. Even if your pay drops, even if you must write self-criticisms, as long as you get paid, endure it. 3. Lower your debt. If you can, pay back part of your loans early. Keep enough cash to live for at least 1 year. Do not let yourself fall into a dead end. The 59-year-old man who said only underground is happiness touched the biggest pain of our time, the loss of hope. When young people do not dare to marry or have children, it is because they cannot even support themselves. When old people say death is happiness, it is because life feels like only hard work. This should not be what a normal society looks like. I do not know how long this winter will last, but I hope you, no matter how hard it is, take care of yourself. As one netizen said, when these things happen more and more, voices of resistance will rise. At least we must stay clear-minded and see the real world, not live in empty slogans. I want to ask you, how is it around you this year? Has your company laid off workers? Have home prices in your hometown fallen? Have you heard any story that moved you? Please leave a comment. Tell me your city and your story. We may not change the big environment, but we can stay warm together and support each other. If this video speaks for you, Please give it a like and share it with more friends. Only when more people see the truth can we avoid being fooled.